Uh-oh. I can't. I can hear now. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, fuck. I twisted my cord. One second. That's the wrong way. Okay. Ugh. Sorry for the slight delay getting in. There we go. That goes over there. This can be over here. Get that mini player over here. There we go. Hello. Welcome back. Dinner had an intense conversation going on, so I'm sorry if that was not quite on time. Hope y'all's evening's going well. Hope it's all nice and snazzy. Ugh. Almost over sniffles, and then it keeps getting fucking cold. I can't get past the sniffles. It is so painful. Shit. I did not put a category. Software and game allow it. That one. Okay. There's now a category on stream. Alright. Ocean time. This is a different thing. That's my GitHub page that I'm working on. Okay. Oof. I'm sorry for the burps. Dinner's coming back at me. I had spicy ramen, and it's not agreeing with me post dinner, it seems. All right, let me change this music. I feel like I'm playing a little bit too much of this stuff. We need a little bit of something different. Let's figure out a different album. Show all. Let's see. Let's try this one. Seems good. Okay. I need to draw yo. Element existing. There we go. Okay. Oof, that's a little bright. So last time, let me see if I can change. Is it better to be dark? It doesn't look good as dark though. Doesn't really look good as dark mode. That's the problem. I don't know. I don't know. Ow, my shoulder. I like the symbol better. Let's see, format. For the diagram. Auto save it. Just playing around with it. Change the background, come on. That is not helpful at all. That might be helpful. That might help a little bit. Get that price just down slightly. Okay, so last time, kind of just working on the swap chain and getting that all running. What I want to do is make sure that this is up to date, because this is kind of the guide of what's happening in the actual engine right now. And we just reconfigure that. Then I'll build the docs. Make sure that's good. Let me do a index.html. I want to make a little bit of a shortcut file to open the docs because it's kind of annoying to go in and then find the index.html in here. HTML shortcut, or let's see, it is something like this. Some kind of Stack Overflow question, I think. No. I want to do a little bit of a side quest real quick. Dr. Jen. Index.html. Easy access to index. I swear I looked at a Stack Overflow. Okay, here it is. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it goes up, then it goes to bin, docs, HTML, index.html, and I'll rename this with docs.html. Do I put this on the outside folder? I don't think so, because then it would kind of just not be as convenient to access. Well, not that it's not convenient, it's that then it looks like it's not reliant on the documentation to be generated. Reveal. Oh shit, why does it go to a completely different one? This is job apps, I'm sorry. That was not supposed to go there. I don't know why it did. It's being stupid. It's Windows being a pain in the ass for no reason. Okay, so that does work. Cool. So now I theoretically can just have that work, which is pretty sweet. Okay, where is the draw dial? There it is. Okay, so what's going on right now is I think I need to make a command pool. But let's go into the swap chain. This has some different things now. So this is a VK format. Color space, which is a VK color space KHR. This also now manages the Qs, which is the VKQ, and then the indices for that. There we go. We got that. Okay, what is... Yeah. I don't want shadow. Let's make that a little bit darker. There we go. That is so much nicer looking. I think at least. Is that good enough contrast? I don't know. I hope so. Probably something a little bit lighter. Okay. That should be okay, theoretically. Let me know if this is still not readable. I think it is. It's just a lot of gray. My little preview screen does not have enough pixels to actually like let me see that correctly, so. Okay, and then the device. And the GPU, and it does not have either of these now. And then it has a add device extension. Which returns a void. A init logical device. BK device Q create info. And that's by reference. Which returns a void. And then a public get device score. Ooh. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but I'm not gonna sneeze. My mind is playing tricks on me. Okay, because then I also had to add M extensions, which is a dynamic array of C strings. Yeah, so that's correct. All right. And then this has a VK swap chain that gets a VK surface KHR so it can actually initialize. And it also has a graphics queue index, getter and set getter for both. Present queue index void U32. Cool. I guess that was missing. Okay, so those are good. Then the instance. Has a reference to the swap chain. And swap chain. Oops, I did that backwards. Okay. Then it has a git. We've got a device which gets the constant reference of the device. We have extensions, which gets a constant dynamic array of C strings by reference. We have the init swap chain to get the swap chain to exist, which returns void. And I think I might make it so that I'll have to make it eventually. Okay, I'll add this. I'll add a to do here. Make swap chains managed by make multi swap chain support for multiple surfaces. Okay, we need that eventually if we want to support multiple windows at the same time. And I need to be able to get the swap chain, which gets a constant ref to the VK swap chain. Okay. Because right now, if I run it, then it runs. And the only problem is that A, Vulkan doesn't actually deconstruct itself correctly yet. So I have to add that functionality. And B, and B, there's a memory leak that I need to find because I forgot somewhere, I guess. To in swap chain. Okay, I want to go into device TPP. Labeling extension. And I want to make this console text, let's say magenta, just for fun. And that all is good. In the instance, I want to not report those. Report what's available. That's not necessary. I don't think I need any of that. Which means when I recompile and rerun it, it's gonna be a lot cleaner. And then I think I can now officially say I don't need to say VK success. At least not right now. So that's all good. Now I just need to find where the memory leak is, and then we can continue figuring out all this beeswax. Just gotta find an allocation. It's not in here. There's none in there. There's none in there. Oh, it's down here at the surface format. That's where it is. So I just have to free it. The surface formats from the system allocator. So now it should be no memory leaks. Yippee. We're doing great. I'm going to go into memory. I'm going to make it so that it's also an OC explicit, or I guess verbose. There we go. Now there's an OC verbose tag. So it's going to be a lot cleaner to understand what's happening. Let me run that again so we can look at the command line output for that. That's everything. Way more succinct. which is good. Not sure how that happened. I think the command line just broke a little. But that's okay. Let's see, what's some of these saying? Nothing important. Got it. So now I guess what needs to happen is I need to make a VK command pool, basically, because this probably should not live within the API, because the API is using the command pools. VK command, I'll say. Because then this could have the command buffer and a command pool in it. Pragma what's namespace ocean namespace splash the Vulkan implementation of the render API. So that's what it is. Where is some of this stuff? The primary instance that manages all of the, or that the primary, the Vulkan instance. Guess what the fuck did I do for some of these other things? I haven't gotten to fonts yet. Vulkan instance for ocean, I guess that's what I'll say. I need to start adding documentation around wherever I should to be more succinct. Brief. The Vulkan renderer instance that manages all of the Vulkan systems. I guess it's a good way to put it. Oof, it doesn't understand that stuff very well. Okay. I don't need to do documentation on stream. That is pretty boring, pretty slow. But I will do the class VK command pool. Right. I'm kind of just going with the convention that it's all going to be lowercase VK rather than the uppercase V, lowercase K of the actual Vulkan implementation. Which is a little annoying to write with, but not that bad, honestly, because it can differentiate it enough. Okay. I'm gonna do the random camera test of the day. See if I can get it working. Like the biggest bit that it doesn't want to work. That's a new option. Okay. I'm sorry for the window sounds. They are annoyingly loud. Hmm? Let's see. Does it work? No. It's being stupid. Is the biggest question of my existence. The biggest question of my existence is why this camera stopped working suddenly and it just doesn't want to work again. It just doesn't want to. Ever since it met the Pi. The Raspberry Pi talked to it and then it just decided to not work. Kind of sad. Go hide the box. Maybe it'll randomly pop up. I just won't know it. I literally just don't know how this happens. What just got knocked off? Nothing that matters. How invested do I get into this? Probably not worth on stream, but I don't care. Alright, do you have a cape? There it goes. Okay. I'm fucking around and finding out. Okay. Sad. I need to actually sit down and fuck with it, but it's just broken. It's just being stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. That is the code we do not want. We don't want the stupid code. Fuck. Okay. VK command pool. VK command Bubba. Let's see. Anyone in chat know if this is like or a better way to do this? Because I'm being very object oriented coding right now, and that's not always the best. It's just kind of what works, especially in like C++ or C. Libs. Okay. I don't know if it's doing it right. Dr. Jan, What did you do? Let's see. There it goes. Okay. It just needs the file extension. It's just being stupid. Blinded. Yay. Flashbang. And then back to flashbang. Okay. 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 Num num num. Command pool, which is a VK command pool. Now I'll have to do the same for command the buffer. I could say it's just an M pool because we're in the command pool. Okay, that works now. Okay. Hey. Let's get that reference code going. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. All right, I think a lot of this is going to be kind of just... This is part of the vertex buffer, I think. That's a texture. That's, I think, just preparing the depth to be enabled. And then... You're like the, or I guess these are vertex arrays and frame buffers. Okay. Figure it out. But then I basically need to be able to create a VK command buffer because it's an item. It's not really a thing that does things. It's an item. really all that's happening is we're just controlling the sequence of things being created, which is good. What we want. So I want a command buffer, and I want the destructor for it. That's really what it is. And then same for the command pool. And the pool. The only difference is we want an array of the command buffers that we can call M buffers. And I guess really all the buffer needs to know is A, what is the Q index? And then it needs to know whether it is a primary buffer which I want that to be explicit so that you know that you're making a primary buffer. Because then we can make like submit command functions and stuff like that, so that it's really just telling the command pool or the command buffer to do things. It doesn't require a lot of overhead in terms of it's just function calls. So then I guess we want a void insert, or I guess in place buffer, which then we just want a command buffer by reference M buffers dot in place back deep buffer. And I need to basically start doing all the documentation before I add other things so that it's not like making it a pain. The Vulkan command buffer. Okay. Because then this is basically a wrapper class for a Vulkan command buffer. And then this is also a wrapper class for a Vulkan command pool that stores corresponding VK command buffers. And that's a default constructor, so we don't have to care about that. And then this is the Vulkan command pool. The list of VK command buffers that. Ah, man. Okay. What I want to do is I want to internalize. I think this is what I'm going to do here. Stick with me on this. This might be stupid. So then I want a VK command pool, the pool that's from the Q index, and then the primary, whether it's primary or not. Because then I can do a void create buffer that takes a U32Q index and whether it is a primary buffer or not. And then I can also say destroy a buffer, which would be some form of relation. I could make it so that it is stored by name. Here. Let me do an unordered. We'll do a C string. Oh, it doesn't know what the unordered map is. Hash map. Okay, so now it's going to be managed by name. No, I want to include the integers. Are stored by name, because then you can create a draw command or a draw buffer and like a create buffer and like a compute buffer, and it's just stored by name. And yes, it takes a little bit of data overhead, but that can be solved later. Okay, so then I want a C string name. So what is the buffer's name? And I want a C string of the name for what to destroy. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Cool. So easy. I am loving Semantic. It is so amazing. And really the only thing I have to fix in terms of formatting is like this, and that's personal preference. It's so beautiful. And I only have it the way it is because then it generates correctly for basically cases where I don't have member items. Okay. Now here is where I want to then I want to have a getter for both of these. I want that by name. And I want that not to be changeable, because then it's going to be getting it by name. And this will be fine as that. Okay. And then I guess, do we want to store the Q index with the buffer? Okay. I am going to go ahead and store the Q index with the buffer because that is, or with the command pool, because that's kind of required. The Q family index that the command pool is assigned to. Okay. And then I can do OC inline for both of these. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Okay. Now I can do a. Now this is going to be easy because this all this has to do is VK command will create info. Pool info. And then this will be a VK structure create info. That is a null pointer for the next. And then flags VK command pool reset command buffer bit, which I can make it so, or we can make it so it does it differently later on if it's needed. But right now it's just going to be the default. that we're told is the magic one. And then this MQ index. Now I could do some funky magic to basically do types. Or I can do templating to store the Q index, but I don't really know if it's worthwhile. Because then that adds different types of overhead. Okay, and then VK check. VK create command pool. VK instance get device logical. And then I want the pool info. No pointer because we're not using an allocator yet. And then we want this M pool. And that's it. That's all the constructor does. Because then this will go through because then I'm going to do this properly now. I'm going to do some actual cleanup code. Probably the first cleanup code so far. Let me find the cleanup. Yeah, because all this does is VK destroy command pool. VK instance get device logical this M pool and then no pointer. And that destroys it correctly. Can I do a range loop on a hash map? I think I can. Technically, it's funky. Yeah, I don't think I can. Oh, right. I have to do a pair. C string. Is that not correct? I thought that's correct. Okay, it's a constant. Yeah. Okay, so then it goes through all those. And then we can do VK free command buffers. Get device logical. This and pool. Because it needs to know what pool it's removing it from. And then it's just one And then it's going to be buffer. Or I guess, oh. We don't even need to do that. We just need to do this and buffers clear. Because it's storing the actual objects, and so it should call the destructor, I think. Yeah, I think it'll just work. And then I'll store the command pool as well. I'll call it the parent pool. That way it makes destructing just really easy. And parent pool, which will be the pool. That should not be the lowercase, it should be uppercase. Boom. And then this can be a VK null handle. And this will be in VK null handle. And that's 0, so that it 0 initializes it. Yum num yum. Then constant VK command buffer allocate info. Buffer info. VK structure. Type command buffer allocate info. And then null. Parent pool. And then this will be if it's primary, then it will be the VK command buffer level primary, else it'll be the VK command buffer level secondary, because that's the only 2 levels you can do, and then it's just 1. Okay, and then it's VK check, VK allocate command buffers, where it needs the VK instance device logical, and then the buffer info, and then it needs this buffer to be able to do that. Then it's VK destroy I'm surprised it's not VK deallocate, because it does say allocate. VK destroy buffer or command. VK free, that's what it is. VK free command buffer for the instance get device logical. Shut up, you're wrong. Parent pool, and then 1, and then it'll be this buffer, which, yes, this can be considered slower on a system where we want to allocate multiple command buffers at a time, but I don't really think you need to, because usually you don't need more than like 3. Because you have a draw command buffer, and then you maybe have like a allocation and deallocation command buffer. And then outside of that, it's kind of unnecessary. Your back just popped a lot. Okay. Then and buffer. Okay. Then I want to do if this and buffers at name. Dot and buffers dot end. Basically saying if this buffer already exists, then I'm going to throw an exception. And I guess, let me see what errors there are. Let's see. Not bad allocation. It's I don't know. I guess it's an invalid argument because it is saying you did it wrong. Attempting to create a buffer that already exists for PK command will create buffer. Okay. And then if it is not found, then I can just do mbuffers at name. I think. No. I want to do place. So name, and then I want to pass in where did I need the Q index for? Here. I don't think I need it here for the command buffer because that's fuck. Because that's what the pool gives information for. Okay. This and pool, and then primary. Okay, that's not going to work. I think this is going to have to work. And then I have to do an SCD pair of C string VK command buffer. Then I want name. Yeah. Let me try to look this up. Unordered map in place with constructor. Okay. I want to do the piecewise construct. It says try in place. Should theoretically work. Okay, because it does the first one's the key, and then the next ones are the arguments to do a constructor, which is good. And then if this and buffers dot find for name is not equal to this dot and buffers dot end, then I want to throw an exception. Error. Attempting to destroy a buffer that does not exist. VK command pool. Destroy buffer. race. And then it's going to be by name. Cool. Pretty sweet. All right. Means that these are both done. Oh, it's so disgusting up here. And it seems to be really stubborn about this non-prefixed Vulkan include for the VK Vulkan file, which is just like a helper file. A lot of stuff in it. It's just stuff. Just stuff. Okay. That's great. That's good. Okay. Then all this will do is a VK instance, get, and then prepare. Then I can go to VK instance. Void pair. Then I can do these. Ugh, fuck. Great. Thank you. I don't know what's happening with the music. It's doing something. Okay. Yum, 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 yum. Whoops. Okay. Okay. That's such a filler word for me. Mm-hmm. There we go. constant. No, it doesn't have that kind of pointer stuff. Okay. Not constant car. And parent pool. Which is a constant VK command pool, which the constant's not really going to say much other than just don't mess with it, basically. It's probably everything that's going to be like in there. Now this is going to be public, and I'm going to do VK command buffer as a VK command pool and a B8. And that's constructor, so I don't need to worry about that returning anything. All right, VK command pool, which takes a U32. Create buffer, which takes a T string and a B8, which is a void as well. And then also the destroy buffer, which takes a T string and returns a void. And then we got the pool, which takes nothing, which returns the command pool, or the private command pool. And then we also have the buffer, which is accessible by name, and returns the constant VK and buffer reference. Cool. This is looking good. Because now the instance can have a command pool, which is a command pool. And I want that to be a scope because I only want one command pool for the instance, I think. I'd assume. Scope VK command pool. And command pool. Which is then going to be used in the prepare. Equals make scope of a VK command pool. And swap chain dot, I guess, graphics queue index. Then it creates that. And then I want to take this command pool and I want to create a buffer that is going to be primary. And it's going to be called the draw buffer. And this can be true. Or I guess the draw command I think would be more descriptive towards it. I want to take the command pool and I want to release it. Right? Oh, that releases the ownership of the pointer. I want to reset it. So that deletes it. Hmm. I don't know why this code is here and not earlier. Well, it kind of makes sense, I guess. Oh, okay. Let's see. Right, because this gets a lot of information, but doesn't really create the swap chain yet still. Hmm. I don't think this requires to be created after, though. Like after the command pool. Hmm. I'm also gonna have to create a pipeline class. I don't know about that one. All right. How goes it, chat? This is something. Oh man. Yeah. All right, let's see. What am I doing? I really need to get the camera working. Probably make this a lot more interesting. That's okay. Searching around, playing around with the name of the stream. Okay. I'm curious because if I can just like not make a command pool yet and still make the swap chain buffers on the swap chain, so I don't think I need a command pool. There's nothing in here that looks like I need it, at least yet. Yeah. This is all just using the device. Okay. Which I already have, so I can just use I could probably just create this when I create the initial stuff too. Okay. Let's do a void. Oh, excuse me. I don't think I really need the valid. Because the swap chain doesn't care if it's valid or not. It's just going to go. Right? Hmm. Create swap chain. Okay. Easy. Okay, swap chain KHR is equal to, or old swap chain is equal to this, and swap chain. I don't know if a lot of this data is really needed to be grabbed every time. Mm-hmm. Where is this used though? Okay. I don't think this is necessary to have. How big is this though? All right, I'll probably just follow along what's going on here, and I'll try to note down wherever I think something can be probably done better. VK instance. Physical. Ugh, I need to fucking surface, of course. So I guess that means there's no real reason, because a swap chain is related to a surface, and therefore there's no reason to not have it be stored with the swap chain, I guess. So what this goes to is it just basically means VK surface KHR surface. I might as well just do it here because then it's clear. I can't really do anything else for that. Where is it unhappy? Oh, over here. Surface. Service capabilities. Okay. And at the top, I need to initialize the surface to surface. That should be down there. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why it looked wrong. Present mode count. VK get physical device surface present modes KHR. Need a physical. I need the surface. Present mode count. Null pointer. Okay. And then I want to do is the VK present modes. Alicat. VK present mode at KHR. Count. Present mode count. System allocator. Yeah. And I'm going to do free present modes from the system allocator. So I don't forget about that on accident. And then I need to present modes. So got that pointer. Oh, I got Jackie's gonna put a slip in skit new toilet papers, so we should be able to get tomorrow. So, and I might be able to. All right. I'm gonna store the extent in here. So if surface capabilities dot current extent dot width is equal to a very large number. I'm not sure what that number is. Off the top of my head, it's a very big one. Save the old swap chain to be used for faster recreation. Get the surface capabilities to ensure that the new swap chain is valid for the surface. Get the presentation modes from the surface. Able to stay valid. Okay, that should be okay. And then extent dot width is equal to okay. Basically, I don't care about that part. If swap chain extent dot width is less than surface capabilities dot minimum image extent dot width, then extent dot width is equal to dot width. Extent dot width is greater than the surface capabilities. So the maximum image extent dot width. Then I want to basically just clamping it. Do I actually have a numeric stain for that? I should. I do have a clamp. Okay. What is the type of the width? Clamp of type U32. I'm going to do this. I need to basically go in here. Because now, oh, save to cast. Around the world. Okay. Let me actually go in here and basically what the fuck is this? Goodbye. Okay. Now that works. Okay. So then it's this m extent dot width and perfect capabilities dot minimum dot width and then dot maximum extent dot width. And then I have to do that for the height as well. So it's just that. And then it's this m extent dot width is equal to that one. M extent dot height is equal to that one. Because it'll just return whatever value is correct. Essentially. Else. And this m extent is equal to surface ability's current extent. Okay. VK present mode, KHR. VK present mode, FIFO, KHR. That's like the default one that's considered the best, I think. If the surface size is undefined, the size is set to the size of the images requested, which must fit within the minimum and maximum values. Okay. Get the preferred width and height for the swap chain. Because right now we're just making a bunch of assumptions because that makes it a lot easier to code. It's gonna be a long to-do list, but that's okay. This is gonna be epic when it's done. That's the goal. Determine the number of VK images using in the blockchain. The application on desires only one image at a time, represented by min image count. Okay. Desired swap chain images. Swap chain image count. There we go. Let's do that. And then minimum image count. If the maximum max image count is 0, then we can use as many images as we want. Otherwise, we are limited to max image counts. Service capabilities dot max image count. Was less than 0. Or is greater than 0. and the desired image count is above. Okay, there's that. BK surface pre or transform flags KHR. Surface capabilities dot supported transforms. BK surface transform identity bits HR. Pre-transform is equal to pre-surface transform. Else pre-transform is equal to surface current transform. Okay. Cool. Swap chain info. BK structure. Type. Swap chain create info. Yippee. Null pointer. Flags. 0 because we're not using swap chain 2. This surface is our swap chain count. Then format. And color space. And extent. The image array layers. BK sharing mode exclusive. And then I want the image. Oh my god, they made this so confusing to read. Usage color attachment bit. Sharing mode. Okay. View family index count. No pointer. Pre-transform. Composite alpha. BK composite alpha opaque bit. Okay. Present mode is the present mode. Flipped. True. And then the old swap chain will be the old swap chain. Okay. Got there. BK check. BK create swap chain, KHR. BK instance, get device, logical, and swap chain info, no pointer. And then I want this and a swap chain. Okay, so we just created a new one. Not sure why we created the present mode here. It's all the way down here. It's useless. It's not being used in this function. Not sure why it's there. I'll keep it there though, just in case, because it might be actually useful later. Okay. Num 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 num. I don't know why that is all there. That's the only thing that I really want to be taken from the device other than initializing the swap chain. The new swap chain. Okay, how did I format some of this? Right. Look. New swap chain. Clean up old swap chain. Get info. Get current surface info. That's really what it is doing because we want to make sure we're up to date. Okay. Now with that, if the swap chain was just recreated, then the old one needs to be destroyed. Note, destroying the swap chain also cleans up all of its associated images. Once they are flushed. Once they are out of use. I guess that would be better to describe it. Okay. If old swap chain is not not equal to VK null handle. VK destroy swap chain KHR. VK instance get device logical. Fuck. Old swap chain null pointer. VK check. VK get swap chain images. Instance get device logical. Now we can recreate the swap chain images. Logical is swap chain. U32 swap chain image account. No pointer. Okay, and then VK image swap chain images is equal to an allocation of VK image system allocator. Free the swap chain images from the system allocator. Okay, got that. Isn't that a memory leak? Swap chain buffers. Good thing I haven't done all documentations quite yet. VK command buffer. That's why it wants to be. I see. Why does the buffers... Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just undo that because that doesn't make sense, really any sense. Sometimes things they do in this doesn't make sense at all. Like it's half-baked. Okay. What I want to do is I want to do this images but I guess clear, right? Images. Can I just like override them? Yeah. For 32 I is equal to 0, I is less than swap chain image count I plus plus. And I'm just resetting that I, basically. VK image, you create info, color attachment, I'll just call it view info for now, or color view and info. And then what I'm gonna do, images dot reserve. Because then this function attempts to reserve enough memory for the vector to hold the specified number of elements. If the number requested is more than the max size, length error is thrown. The advantage of this function is that if optimal code isn't necessary, the user can determine the number of elements that will be required. The user can reserve the memory in advance and thus prevent a possible reallocation of memory and copying vector data. Okay. So yeah, basically I just make sure that there is enough memory available in the vector to have the number of swap chain images needed. So then it will shrink, it will grow the vector if it needs to for more swap chain images, but it won't shrink it by default, which is good. That's good. VK structure type, image, view create info, no pointer, 0, excuse me, 0, for the image. I'm just going to do this funky little thing and it should work. I.image, which is equal to because then it returns it afterwards. Some funky code right there. View type, VK image, view type 2D. I don't think we want anything else than that. Format, this M format. And then components, we want a thing of VK component, swizzle, R, G, B, A. Okay. And then we need the sub-resource range, which will have the VK image aspect color bit. Bitmap level of 0, a level count of 0, array layer, and then the layer count. That's it. That's it. In place color view info right there. And then a VK check on a VK create image view. Logical. Color view info. No pointer. And then this M images at I dot view. Okay. That's good. And now we no longer need it. I don't know if we need this current buffer yet. Maybe in the future. But that should be everything. Yep. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. Coming together. All right, that all was just for one function of the prepare, which is great. We're expanding it quite a lot. I mean, the buffers, basically it just created the swap chain. Which I think it'll be fine. Just to call create swap chain here. Let's see. It might break. Yeah. I'm going to use this as references to the command buffers. That changes some other things in here, but that will make it so it's a little bit easier to do. Because now it's instead the name, which is equal to a make ref of VK command buffer being the pool and primary. Does that work? Fuck. So many things just broke. Oh. Whoops. That's just CMake, I think. Okay, now it knows what it's talking about a little bit better. Oh. Whoops. Hey, it just built. It just works. That's crazy. That is super nice that it just worked. And it doesn't say anything about bad freeze, which is good. Okay, that's good. That happens as it should. Okay, what's this depth for? Okay, this is where the this is for a depth buffer, or like a frame buffer. So that's going to be within the frame buffer. So I don't need to be doing this yet. I don't want to do this yet because textures is later. Vertices can be later because that's not required yet. The descriptor layout. Descriptor set layout is not quite yet what I need. I'm gonna have to make a VK descriptor layout within, where is it? Within the vertex buffer. So I'm gonna add at to do create a descriptor, VK descriptor, set layout to translate the buffer layout, which, because I have a buffer layout, which is basically just, it's the same thing, just in a different format, practically. It's gonna be pretty easy to do that actually, to just transfer into descriptor set layout. Render pass, I think that's just going to be a sub item, technically, of a pipeline, because you only need a render pass in a pipeline. I guess something I should be doing right now. A little bit of good stuff. Is I need to document some stuff. I guess after instance construction, because that's really what happened. And then clean up, so clean up. Pairs Vulkan, clean up. Cleans up Vulkan. Before deconstruction. Gets the Vulkan instance. Constant reference to the VK device. It's a reference, a ref to the VK device. Not detail. Only returns the first item in M devices as it is sorted to assume the first device is the best. Okay. That kind of explains that a little bit. Constant dynamic array of C screens reference gets a gets the value of gets the extensions, gets the Vulkan, the instance extensions by value. It doesn't return anything. Initializes the swap chain with the given window surface. The VK surface KHR given by the window platform. Okay. Gets the... I don't need to be getting a reference by value because a reference means that you don't care about getting the actual value. Because it's actually kind of just faster to get the actual, just a copy. Because it won't be destroyed. Although it could be fucking things up later. I'm going to assume that A, I'm smart enough, and B, that anyone else that works on this is smart enough to know you do not outlive the references of the instance. But I think it'll be fine. Because I can force reset a reference. Gets the VK swap chain. Gets a graph to the VK swap chain. Constant reference VK swap chain. Get gets the Vulkan, the physical Vulkan devices and sorts them into M devices, with the first being the okay, and then at details gets the physical Vulkan devices and sorts, or after getting the Vulkan physical Vulkan devices, it will sort them into M devices from most fit to least fit. Great. At brief, the Vulkan instance. At brief, the extensions enabled in the Vulkan instance. The validation layers I guess it'll be the enabled instance extensions. Read the list of VK device. The list of VK devices to use for rendering. The window VK swap chain that is related to the window. The VK command pool to create command VK command buffers and submit commands to. Okay, I think that's good. See, let's build the docs. Lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. VK instance, there we go. It's starting to work. It's starting to look good. Okay, so it is actually starting to grab to-dos from the CPP files. I'm pretty sure those are in here. Yes. Great. I wanted that. I wanted that to happen so we can do to-dos in CPP files. And keeps all the comments, which is nice. Okay. Pretty cool. I wonder if we can sort it by the same directory system. I think it would be great if we could sort the classes by the directories. I don't know. That's just a me thing though. Because then at destruction, I probably should add a shutdown for the VK render, for the render API. Because then it can happen. Pretty much anywhere. Then I can call render init and render shutdown. Because I want this to also shut down the render command because that should happen. Basically, I just need to go here and do a OC static inline void shutdown. shuts down the render API before deconstruction. After construction. I'm gonna start trying to say after or before deconstruction to specify the scope of when something's actually happening. Because then it's not like copy doc, render command, shutdown. So that is there. Because then I can shut that down. And then in the Vulkan render API, and basically just do this. And then clean up. And then I need to add that to the Vulkan or the OpenGL one as well. Although this one's not going to really do anything. In case there's any cleanup needed for OpenGL. Although I'm kind of trying to move away from using it as the primary and more of just it works. I want to support Vulkan first, and OpenGL kind of just there to make sure I can do it. All right, we have our window, and it recreates without breaking, supposedly. Let me go into debug mode. Then I'll unstream. Basically, if it doesn't scream, should be okay. All right. We're good. Yeah. Basically, what's happening here for the black box is that it doesn't know to actually go larger, so it's just staying at the last size it can. But I'd say that's pretty great. Vulkan, swap chain, and command pool added. Working. All right, sync. All right, well, thank you all for coming and joining. I hope you all have a good night. And peace.